Okay, let's just work together. I want to make this real quick. There's so many things to do. Just to know that 55, which is 5 in the middle of everything, in between 7 and 4, 5.5 is the center, 1.5, and 4, 1.5 minus 7. 35, okay, is on the left-hand side. That is between 4 and 7. Why? Here's the numbers. 16 and 19 is 35, between 4 and 7. 4 and 7 is 11. This is 8. 4 and 7 minus is 3. This is 2. This is creation. The way to get to this is 3 by 5. 3 plus 5 is 15 and 8, 23. We're back to what I just said. This has to rotate back up and down. 5 and 5, 7 and 3, 10 and 10. 7 and 5 is 12 and 8. 12 and 8 is the transformation from the Z to the N in the spirit of 76. 12 and 8. Starting out from number 34, DC. Starting out from Earth. Remember, they must repeat every other nation. This is not only one nation, okay? This is a galactica nation, a federation of federations of galaxies. We see the galaxy we're in. We don't see the other galaxies that are nearby in a nearby galaxy. You read Marvel comics, you watch TV, you go to movies. Make it real, my friends. Make it real, because it is real. It's very real. That's where they get the name Israel and Rael to save, because Israel is 51 Israel. Israel. Sit, it says. Sit. Sit, my dog. Listen, I will show you how real it is. This thing is a big federation, my friends. We're inside this beehive. Everything talks about the bee. Everything talks about the bee. You think this planet moving at light speed doesn't have reflection in the sky? The energies, we're not moving. Are we actually moving or just turning around in a circle in the same place? What do we have to move for and use up all that energy? Or is the outside area of where we are freezing over in hell and we always have to keep the ship moving? Hotel, motel. H letter, tash, tashlich, right over here, time heaven, heaven of time heaven. We're going to go on to this side where I went 650 years. Divided by 9 is 6666. 50 becomes 56. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. Divided by 9 is 74666. 666 months, because 0 and 0 equals 66. Reflected by 9 equals 7.4. That's a perfect diamond. We take 666 and we figure out how many months it is. 666 divided by 9 equals 74. But we have to find out how many years 666 is. 666 divided by 12 equals 55.5 years. 666 fits into 600 for 50 for 55 for Aleph Beit. Aleph Beit 3 by 3 Gimel. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 5 and 6. Divided in gives me 7 and 4, the gateway. The cat sank. Right, the sun went down, the other one came up, pulling and pushing the earth. See 3/4? I'm just jumping around, just remind yourself of what you're looking at. 3/4 and 3/4. This one, 3/4, this would be in the square world, where everything works out to 100. But this would be in the 2468 world, the plus world. 2468, maximum you get is 8. That's 80 cents. That's 100. When you're asking about 80, 420, it's in this world over here, the world of perfection, 2468, where this becomes 6, and 2 times 4 and 2 plus 4 becomes 8 and 6, and becomes the cat in the hat. Perfect 1010 worlds inside this world of 2468. But in this world over here of 1, 3, 7, and 9, 9 is the birth. We're not going to leave out 1 because 1 can't play. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, you can't play them all. We're not going to play 5. We're not going to play 1. We're going to play 3, 7, and 9. The gateway to the sky. C, the letter C3. The letter I9. 9 and 3 is 12. The letter L. It says ciel. It says her, and it says ciel in French, the sky. 3 by 4 is 12, 43, 34. 4 over 3 is 1 1/3. 1 1/3 times 4 makes the 5 whole alive. 80 and 75 is 155 or 515. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 56. Creation of time in Christ. So I want to see which one we're on next. I'm going to jump onto this little design over here. That's not the design I wanted to show. Hold on a second. I may not have it in this book. Maybe I have it in this book here. No, give me a second. I always seem to... Here, we're going to jump on to something else. The 80-cent deal. Okay, the 25 cents makes a quarter. It can also be a quarter of a mile, okay, or a quarter of a kilometer. If it was a quarter of a mile, how many feet is it? If it's 0.20, which is also 1 quarter, but the 1 quarter would stand for the same mile, so that mile would have more area here than here. This would be what percentage of this is this? 2.5%. This would be 0. This would create 26. This is 25. This creates area 51. All zeros equal 6. 26 and 25, that's 51. You need the letter L and the letter I to make 51, or you take L and L because of the letters in the Roman numerals. You're either using an L or you're using an I to create the L1 letter in Roman numeral 1. If this is 26, this becomes 50. It becomes Li. Il. It says him. Li is 21, the cube. Then you have 20 seconds in time. You have 1/3 of 666 because 20 or 0.20 is 1/3 of the 60-second clock. 666. 15 seconds is now 1/4 to where it was 0.25. So if you have 15 seconds of anything, the oval is the 15th letter. If you take 12 times 5, where 12 seconds 5 times in the hour, where you'll have 5 times 5 and 7 times 5 because you can't end up at 6 and 6. 6 and 6 brings you into the middle, and you don't want the middle because that'll be 666. 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6 and 6, 6. 6.66, which gives you the 50 years divided by 9 lives. Show you that in the next one. So you have 7 and 5 equals to the 60 seconds equals to the 66 again. 57, 75. 25 and 35 equals to your 60. 7 and 5 is 12. 5 and 5 is 10. 22. 10 becomes 16, and 12 equals to 28, the moon. 2 by 8, 2 plus 8 is 16, and 10, 26, Z, Zel. 60 by 1.5 is 90, and 90 is the 9 lives of the cat that rotates into rotation at 9 and 6. Add on 41, you have the 1010 sundial, Zion, Israel, Sun Federation. 64, 0. Okay, plus or minus, you can't go to 66 because 66 brings you into the center. So either you go to 67, and you can't go to 67 because there's no 67 minutes on the clock. So you go to 64. Remember, 4 minutes times how much? 15 times 4 minutes makes a perfect circle. So now you get the rotation of this. You can't leave it at this. This can go to 66. This moves, and then this moves. Why does this move? Because we can't end up at this. So how do we end up at this? By multiplying 4 by this to end up at this. If we're multiplying anything, we multiply 4 to end up with our 6. So does that mean I should be putting 4 for all my zeros instead of 6? No. 1 is to the left and 1 is to the right. 96. 41 and 96 equals to your space 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. Why this number? Because we have to go from 0 to 12. And until you get back to 12 again, you haven't made 1 stroke. So you go down to your 60 seconds and you finish at 72, plus the 12 to begin with to arrive at the second area, equals to 84. That 84 is Neptune, Earth, and connected to Mars. At the same time, 72 is the time of Father Clock, and this Father Clock ends up saying Pluto. Pluto in the space we live. 4 by 8 is 32, the doorway. 4 by 8 is 44, the space. HD. HD cat, creation in the cat, Abba, of 6 men, of 4. I don't know how to say that, but I always call it Zion, Israel. And to understand something, that the word zero, Z-E-R-O, okay, the O-R says gold. Z says the land of gold, New Zealand. Okay, it doesn't only say that, but 0 is equal to 64. 6 and 4 is 10. 0 equals 10. In the count, 0 equals 64. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals 24, and 10 equals 34. And 0 creates the numerological count for the number 1. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus, how 0 and 1 created the spirit. Should we do it easy? Here's 1, right? And here's 0 on this side, and here's 0 on this side. Otherwise, we don't show up, and here's our zeros. Split by 1. We went from this way to this way. And now you have your silent B and your 1313. There is something else. 2468. I don't know what this is. 2468. No life and 9 levels. You see, if all the corners had to be a 9 corner, see K9, K9. There's an empty cut space, an empty cut space, an empty cut space. All this is out. All this is out. You live with this one over here. See the D on this side and the D on this side? Wouldn't you think it would stand for doorway? And we live only in the center over here of the pie. But now we're split apart. We're on this side or this side of the I. This is the IH formation. This is what I believe we live in. Little things like this. I don't know how we get in exactly. Okay, there's something missing over here. Can't find it, but I'm going to show you something I'm working on. And it's this over here. How do we create that dice that connects the 3 sides? I have one dice here. You see Legos says this is a whole, this is a half, this is an eighth. Imagine this is an eighth. Why is this an eighth? Because the only singular dot I think can go anywhere, I think, is right here. So, right? Or the only single dot has to go 1 here, 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 1 here. So in this formation, okay, this area here and this area here are empty. There is no 2 and there is no 8. Okay, now if I take a look at this again and do it one more time, there is no 4 and there is no 6 in between here and here. We have this, and we have this. That one, we have this. And then we have these corners here. We have H, we have N, we have Z, we have I. H-I-N-Z is made from number 16 because we have the crossover in the center and the 4 corners instead of going around to each one and around and around and around. You know why we go around? Because of that right there. See them brackets? 9 and 0. 9 and 0. The star key that connects everything, and the hat is on 6. The percentage of 5. 4 corners makes a whole dollar. 3 breaks everything up into 3 by 3s, and where you at is 2. And the exclamation point is what I'm going to show you next. The exclamation point is right here. Right here. There's 2 dots here, and there's 1 dot over here. 2 dots and an exclamation, 2 dots and an exclamation. I and I. I and I. You see these 2 dots and an exclamation point? This is number 1, this is 4 and 7. And on this one, this is 3 and 6, and this one's 9. I and I. 9 and 1 both get the I's. In the other formation, okay, it's 2 and 3, and 8 and 7. 2, 3, 8, 7. That creates 10, 10 again. Okay, and then when we do this, the I would be over here, and the other I would be over there. Here's your 3. 3. This one over here, okay, this one would be, see, it's backwards. So this is not number 14N. This is 41 because it's backwards. See, this Z is forward. That would be 26Z. If I do it the other way, it'd be 62. You see this one over here? See this Z over here? This is a 45. This is a 45, 45, 26, 71 because of the angle it's on. 4, 6. These angles over here are 4 and 6, but this angle over here and this angle over here are the angle to the 3 and 7 to the moon. Here's another way to connect it. Here are the pigs. this is what I'm assuming. You have this and this and this and this. And then here, the dice is connected over here like this. Like this. Doesn't it look like cats or something? See the way they create 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 5 and 2, the connection link, two sides, a below side and an above side, and they run simultaneously together. There was one other thing I wanted to show you how the moon diameter matches 1776, and inside the creation of 6 and 7, 34, which is 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, okay, equals 3 and 4, equals 12 and 7 equals 19. That's not what I was doing. 6 by 4 is 24. 6 by 4 is 24. 6 plus 4 is 10, equals to 34. Okay, because it's 34, I'm adding 6 to it because of the 10. The 10 value, where is it? 4 by 6, 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 equals 10. So the 34 would go to 40. Okay, and it would split. It has to split at 40 because if it's a 0, it's actually really 23 and 23. And then comes together at 23, that's creating your 69. But it comes to 46 as one whole, explaining one life. Again, 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 is 24 and 10, 34. 34 plus 6, and it just comes back to the beginning again. 43 will bring you over to 19. 19 will bring you to 10, which will bring you to 16, which will bring you to the spirit of 67, which will bring you to 55, which will bring you to 35, and then 57, 75 at the year we're in. By me going over here to 34, the only 2 planets that don't have the letter U, you see 57 over here, 57 over here? Does it make the Dalet inside of it? Or is it going to be the Resh inside of the creation of these 2 numbers? So now we have 1034. What was I counting over there? Oh, yes. So now that we do that, and we end up 34, we end up to 76. The thing about this is it's very special. Gold, G7, O6, L3, D4, LD. World, LD. The diameter of the moon, 34, 76. 7 and 3, 10. 4 and 6, 10, 10. It's 100. 2.12, 200 Celsius, 212 Fahrenheit, 212 on the cube or anywhere you want. 7 and 4 is 11. 6 and 3 is 911. Seven times 4 is 28 moon. 7 times 3 is 21 cube. 7-day rest. 7 gets 0 to the 7 world. 6 gets 1. 1, 0 becomes 1, 6 and repeats itself. Here's how it goes. We're going to the 7 world. 7 to the 7 world is 0. Or add 9. If you add 9 and you want to get to the 7 world here, we add 1. 1 and 9. 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 equals 9 and 10. 19. The spirit again. We're back to the beginning again. Number 19 and 55 is 74. Minus it is creation of 36. The numbers are perfect. You can't make a mistake because they don't make mistakes. I can make mistakes. Spirit is 76. 6 by 3 is 18. 6 by 4 is 24. 24 for man. 6 for man in between 18 and 24. The angel heaven, 1 and 8. 6 by 4 is 24 and 18. Number 42. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 42. 42 and 28. 21 and 28. 49. Green, 49. 8, 49. Eternal Gateway, 49. 49 and again, 49 and 18. 59, 67. Spirit is 67 and 24. 77, 87, 91. 7 by 13 equals to 91, and the numbers are perfect. 13 cards to a suit, 91 to each suit, times 3 is 273. We reach the 29th of September, 929, which is the birth date. The numbers are perfect. Plus, minus, add. To add up, you want to see something else? Even on this, they call it the orphans. You take this over here and you take a look at it and you find down here 1, 2014, 2015, because you have to get into 2001 to do anything. 2015, 66, 75, 33 creation, 24 man plus 9, 33, 10, 24, equaling to 34. 23 creation. Turn it just a little bit more to the other side. 17, 76, 8, 7, 6, 21 the cube, 8, 7, 6, 9, 7, 8, 7, 6, 9. And we're not going to go into the rest because I have to do a lot more studying. This side is perfect. It's all rearranged. It's very easy. 10 and 11 are near the zeros, closer to the zeros than the other ones. Well, that's not the right board. 15 is close to 0. And 11, oh, wait, what board is this? Oh, no, is it this board? I haven't looked at it in a while. See 10 right next to 0 and 13. You can't pick all 18 numbers because you're a guaranteed loser. Okay, and if it goes past 0, it'll hit on the side of the 10, 29. That is your birth of 5 and 5. Two different systems. 5 and 5. You were born 5 in that world and 5 in this world. We live by the half-light. 0.25 to 5 equals 7.5. 3.75 of the movements. 4 times 4 equals into 1 minute. And you do that in a period of 4-hour periods, or actually, yeah, okay, we'll use 4-hour whole periods. And you have 6 associations during the day. 6 associations. But the reality is we only can live in 4. So it's 4 times 6 and 3 times 8. Raphael, 7286. And a constant. Well, I said 4 because 4 by 6 is 24. 6-hour periods times 60 minutes is 360, begins you 366, and 1/3 is 122 of a diagram I just did. One other thing. 76 times 3. We didn't do this. We have to do them all, right? 70, whoop, that ain't good. 76 times 3 equals 228. 228 and 114 is 342. That's jail. 342. 342, 352, 362. 24 more days makes 366. Anyways, forget about this because 114 is Abraham, okay? And it stands for the pig. And when you say 114, Abraham, it's 114.8, 11 kDh. And the reason for that is because 114, half of that is 57. So the moon is 57. 2 moons make Abraham. Earth only has 1 moon. So somehow maybe our information has been going through Phobos and Deimos and passing through Luna and then back into us, as long as we can run it the same way, whatever they did and however they changed it. Let's stop. Okay, we did the 9 lives of the cat, that every 9 months we have a birthday. I'm going to be 52 years old, times 12 equals to 624 months. And actually that 4 doesn't even look like a 4, does it? Let me see that 4. Yeah, but you hold it on this angle, it looks more like a jack or something. Anyways, 624 months divided by 9 equals 69.333. You see, these remainders tell you of who you are in rotation with. You'd be 33332, 33332, 33. So this is my rotation. I am 69 years old, 0.33. So right now I'm about 69, and next year, sometime next year, I will make the 70 mark in the 9 lives of the cat, reflecting me into being 76 years old. So 70 times 9 equals, I have to be 630 months old. And I'm only 624. I'm missing 6 months after my birthday. So that'd be October, November, December, January, February. Next March, 1 year from today, I'll be 70 years old in Cats' Lives. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. But who's counting at 25? 25 equals 625 times 41 equals 25,625 divided by quarters, or 205 times x, something to do with a nickel will equal the answer. Raphael, thank you for watching this video, but I still am not on it. I'm still not on it, but meet one of my new friends. He's trying to figure out how to balance the balls. We got 4 here for balance, and then the 2 over here. Don't forget, you need a good balancing beam. You got to put all kinds of contraption just to balance 2 little planets. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Oh, by the way, what I showed you there, that little wheel I just showed you, if you look up online it'll show orphelin and orphans, orphan children, under the numbers I spoke. And this is the year, my friends. Don't forget 5775, right? When you multiply 5 by 735, you have that twice. 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom, and you don't have to count your feet. You count your hands, right? You're not counting your toes. Count my hand, count my hand, count my hand. Not count your toes. Toes are on the ground. You're handling it from up here, right? Okay. Yeah, 35 and 12 and 12 is 24. 35 and 12 is 47. 35 and 35 is 70, becomes 76 of 24. Man, 76 of 24. 7, 6, 24 equals to 100. 166, 616, 424, 616, 424, 616. Raphael, thank you for watching this video.